My name's Brinley. I go by Brinley Walker. I am a fashion stylist and my star sign is Capricorn. Capricorns they tend to be very hardworking, very intense. He didn't even say hi to my friend's boyfriend. He just kind of pushed him out of the way. Really, the only time we ever hang out is when he's texting me to hang out. In the past, I've gotten so attached. I care about people's feelings a lot. I don't believe in cheating. He was in that in the beginning, and then it kind of started to occur to me that we were just maybe on different pages. 5 years. I think that's the cap. The dating apps are not working for me. Sure. I know that I will know when I'm gonna be married to someone. I think I've gotten enough information from this conversation where I'm like, okay, yeah, bye.
Welcome to Unattainable. Glad to have you with us. I'm your host, Zach Evans, here with my co-host, Mohammed Molay. And today we got a special guest on the show. Why don't you go ahead, introduce yourself to the audience, your name, what you do, and your star sign.
Love that. My name's Brinley. I go by Brinley Walker. There's more to that. I am a fashion stylist and my star sign is Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very unexpected.
Right?
Yeah. You seem like a nice, sweet, bubbly person, but I guess there's two sides.
I get that a lot. I feel like a lot of people are always guessing. A Libra is probably what I get the most, I would say. Everyone always says that I'm I give fun, Libra energy. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Which makes sense because I'm so bad with astrology, but my sun is my,
I think sun is your main one.
I'm like,
moon and
what?
Rising. There's moon and rising.
Moon and rising are double Libra.
Oh, okay.
So which is how you present yourself, which I don't know how I know that, but I don't know moon and star. I don't know. But yeah, I'm a Capricorn. It's kind of crazy, but
yeah, Capricorns are
hard workers, so
bad for my mental health.
Right.
Yeah.
In what way?
But very fun. Very fun. In
what way?
Up and down.
I'm elaborate on that. I'm interested in what you mean by that.
I've had a couple. Well, one main Capricorn ex that was kind of my spicy, fiery ex.
Right.
And did some things that were maybe questionable, but I honestly think she was just misunderstood. I had one of my friends afterward, she was toxic, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, I'm a guy, she's toxic. It's not that big of a deal.
Right.
I also used to be very toxic back in my villain era.
Okay.
So, now I'm very shine romantic, of course, but back in the day. Yeah.
Of course, for sure. Mm-hmm. No, that makes sense. I mean, Capricorns they tend to be very hardworking, very intense, and a little more blunt, which I'm not super blunt. Mm-hmm. I don't think, at least. I'm more bubbly and fun and have a good time. I'm gonna get along with mostly anyone, but I will immediately I know when a person is not bad news. I don't want to say bad news, but I can, and I also don't want to say feel their energy, but I can I feel I can normally tell by a small situation when a person is someone I don't want to be around, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I want to be surrounded by people that are encouraging and want to engage and just live life and have fun, but I don't know.
Did you have an experience where, because I know LA, it's the probably hardest place to date in the world. Did you have an experience where you learned to read people because you got kind of tricked or bamboozled?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. So my last relationship was in 2023. Mm-hmm. So middle of 2023, I want to say. Okay. And I feel after that, there was probably a year of me on and off still seeing my ex. So I wasn't really out dating. And then I finally got to the point where I was okay, let me start going on dates and stuff. Did the whole dating app thing, which is my nightmare. Huge mistake. Yeah. Huge mistake. And I want to meet people organically, genuinely, but it's also hard because I feel a lot of events that I'll go to are out drinking. So I feel you don't fully see someone's true you know, how they act day to day. Like, you can meet someone when you're out drinking and, like, they're your bestie and, like, you're having a great time and, like, you're vibing, whatever. And then you see them on, like, a normal day when they're, like, you know, not drinking, and you're like, wait, so your personality sucks? Like, what's going on here? Like, drinking made you funny and fun, and, like, that's not who you actually are. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I go on tangents sometimes, and I, like, forget where I started. But yeah, I feel like I started dating, did the dating app thing, and then I was on a little spree for a moment. I was like, date after date after date. Like, I would set up, like, probably 3 to 4 dates a week.
Yeah, book the calendar.
I was just like, let's book it up. Let's just get to know people. Let's just vibe. And then I was getting to the point where I was like, okay, so none of these people are second dates for me, and this is not going anywhere. And I kind of got over it.
The problem with dating apps is, as you're booking up 3, 5, 6 dates a week, the other person is also booking up 3, 5, 6 days. So then I remember, because I haven't done online dating since like 2017 or something. But I remember I was doing that. You just get on all the apps, and then you just, like, schedule as many as you can.
It's insane.
Like, it gets to the point where the date feels like almost like a Black Mirror episode, where it's like you talk about the same shit over, and it's like, here we go again. Oh, what do you do? Oh, like, where are you from? Oh, cool.
It's terrible.
And it's terrible. It's like exhausting.
Oh, 100%. Like, I feel like it's like, it feels like an interview. You're like, oh yeah, you know, I grew up here, and, like, I do this, and, like, I do this day to day, and, like, oh, where's your family? Like, how many siblings do you have? And it's like the same questions, and it's like on repeat. But I mean, there were definitely, like, certain dates where I was like, okay, like, this could be good. And then you go on a second date, and then it's like ghost town.
They ghost you, or you ghost them yourself?
Oh, they ghost me. I don't ghost people. If I don't see it going anywhere, I, like, all those people that I went on a single date with, I'm like, hey, you know, I had a great time, but I just don't feel like this is going, like, I can see me seeing a future with you. Not necessarily a future. I think I word it differently in the moment, but I'm like, you know, I don't want to lead you astray. I don't see a second date coming.
I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. Yeah,
like, I don't want to waste anyone's time, just like I don't want my time to be wasted. So I just kind of lay it out on the table, and I'm like, do with that what you want. Some people don't necessarily get the hint, and they're like, okay, yeah, for sure. I'll try again in a few months and, like, see where you're at. And I'm like, no, babe, actually, like, we're not, this is not continuing. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like
how many dates did you go on?
Oh gosh, like, I want to say like 7 to 10 essentially.
Total?
Yeah.
You said you went on this bender of going 4 to 5 a week.
It was.
That would 2 weeks would be 10.
Yeah,
that's not a bender.
You know,
that's just 2 weeks of dating.
Well, okay, so some of them did go a little bit longer than, like, one date. So it was like, oh gosh, I'm trying to think, because this was, like, right after I, like, broke up with my ex. It was, like, in the midst of with the ex situation. There was a moment in time where, like, after we broke up, we were still, like, talking, still seeing each other. Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Until, like, it hit the point. I think it was, like, for, let's see, July, like, 4 months where we were, like, on and off, whatever. And then, like, there was a situation that happened, and...
What situation?
Yeah, so basically, to sum it up, I saw another side of him, and...
With your ex?
Yeah.
Which is...
So, okay, I'll just tell the story. I'll just break it down.
That'd be great.
I was, you know, talking to him here and there. We were... chatting it up, whatever. I wasn't seeing him for a while because I actually, shortly after we broke up, moved to Dallas, Texas for like 6 months-ish. Yeah, like 6 months. for work. And so I wasn't seeing him or anything, but we would talk here and there, and then we'd get in like little petty arguments that just blew over eventually. And then it was October of 2023 when I was going to San Diego for one of my best friend's boyfriend's birthday, which is, I want to say it's like the 29th of October. So it's very close to Halloween. So we always just like go out on Halloween, like have a good time. It's like also celebrating his birthday. And we went to San Diego because they lived in San Diego at the time. And I don't remember if it was he texted me or I texted him. I think he was like, "Oh, what are you doing for Halloween?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm going down to San Diego." And his parents live close to San Diego, like in Encinitas. So he was like, "Oh, I'll be down there too." And I was like, "Okay, like cool. Like, you know, we're going downtown a little bit. Like, if you're down there, you know, feel free to join us." Because my friends like knew him, and like I was like, whatever, join us. I don't really care. It'll be fun. And we were like on pretty good terms at this time. And he was like, "Oh, we're at this bar." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Like, we're actually headed there right now." And I actually didn't see him first. One of my friends did. And she was talking to him, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, how are you?" Da, da, da. He was the type of person, like when we were in a relationship, he was very loving. He was a great boyfriend. Like, honestly, we had a great relationship, and he was very attentive to me, and like just like a loving, warm, bubbly person. Not bubbly, but more so just like he was easy to talk to, and he just like fit in any situation. And he was like, I guess a little rude to her, and we always like had this nickname that we would call him, and like all my friends called him that too. And she referred to him as like the nickname, like, "Oh, go get your girl," because he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go find Bryn." And he was walking away, and she said, "Oh, go get your girl," and then insert nickname. And he like turned around and was like, "Don't call me that." And she was very caught off guard by that. And she's like the sweetest person. I mean, like two of my very close friends. And she had no issue like calling him that name, because like they always called him that name. And I'm going really deep into details here, but that was just like a little detail that was very just not like his character, to turn around and be like, "Don't call me that." It was like she was like caught off guard.
Was it like a derogatory nickname, or like something that was
No, not at all. It was his name, just like a shortened version of his name. Like Bryn for me. Brinley.
So did you ask him, "Hey, why did you get so mad about the nickname thing?"
So that's not like the whole story.
Okay.
So like that was like a little thing, and I didn't hear about this until after the fact. And then he came up to me. He was clearly very like intoxicated, maybe on something else too. I'm not sure. Like nothing confirmed, but he didn't seem like himself. He was always he never like acted like a dick. Like it was always very like, he was just a fun, sweet person. And like once he gets to know you, like he'll joke around a little bit, but like he was never like cocky or like anything like that. So to see him like and I didn't see it essentially, but like kind of snap back at my friend. I was like, "Oh, that's really weird." And then he came up. He didn't even say hi to my friend's boyfriend. He just kind of pushed him out of the way and was like, "Bryn." And I was like, "Oh, hey, like, how are you?" And I could just like tell, like, he was, and like, obviously, like, I've seen him intoxicated before. Like, it wasn't anything I hadn't seen before, but it wasn't how he normally was. It just felt like very weird. I felt like a shift in his energy from the start. So you
got the ick.
What?
You got the ick.
Yeah, I mean.
But is this all that happened?
No. So he was acting a little bit crazy. To sum it up, basically left. I was like, oh, we're going somewhere else. I did get the ick, essentially, is what happened. And then later in the night was just being even more extreme, yelling at my friends. And I was like, whoa, dude, like, this is crazy. Like, you need to chill out. And he's like, why aren't you coming home with me? And I'm like, I don't. Like, I just felt like I didn't, like, recognize him.
Okay, so he was drunk and he acted aggressively.
Yes.
Is what happened.
Yes.
And then you got dick.
Yes.
Damn, that took a very long time for you to tell that story.
I know.
That was just wild.
This is where I have to get to the point. Like, I will drag on a story forever.
Do you think this is the reason why you don't get second dates or you get ghosted?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. That no one has ever like brought that to my attention though. I do go on tangents for sure. Like I will talk and I will go on tangents, like tell a story forever.
Yeah.
Maybe you need an introvert who like doesn't want to talk and he's like, cool, I can just
he's like, I can just chill and listen to her just yap all day.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put a disclaimer in the very beginning of the podcast.
Literally, like
just continue listening, she'll get to the point at some point.
She talks a lot. No, literally, I don't know what it is. Like, I think it's just like I think too outside of like just the direct thought.
You're very similar to my mom.
Okay.
She could talk for like that woman could literally like she'll be on the phone and she'll talk for like 30 minutes. And like I'm not even like I haven't said a single word. I just put the phone and I'm like gone. And then she's just talking and I'll just come back and she's still talking.
She's still talking.
And I literally am like, so like I gotta go soon. And then she'll be like, you don't want to listen to me, bro. Like, you've been talking for the past hour.
You're literally just like keep talking. I don't think so because I think like on dates, I'm very interested in a person and like I want to know more about them. So I ask a lot of questions. Okay. But
why do you think is the reason why you don't get second dates? Or you get ghosted is really mainly the question.
I don't know. I never took the time to really pinpoint it. I feel like I don't know. I genuinely like I'm completely like, I don't know. I'm like, oh, and I'm fine with it because I'm like, okay, like we just didn't vibe. Sometimes if it is initiated by myself, like where I'm like, hey, you know, I don't see this going anywhere type thing.
It's interesting to me because you're obviously attractive. So the very first step for men to kind of feel some feel the desire to want to continue with someone is being physically attracted to
100%. Yeah.
And so the fact that do you think that the times that you got ghosted are more frequent than the times that you rejected somebody else?
No. Like I think I've rejected more people than I've been ghosted.
Why? I'm pretty sure I know why you get ghosted.
Really? Yeah. Oh, I'd love.
My theory might be wrong, but I'm pretty smart, so it probably isn't. So okay, you're going on all these I'm putting the pieces of the puzzle together. You're going on all these dates, right?
Right.
Most of the guys you're not that interested in because maybe they're just not that confident. They don't have that chemistry. They don't have that charisma. Whatever it is that makes you attractive,
right,
they don't
100%.
got it, right?
And I know that like from the get-go.
The guys who do got it are also the guys that every other girl on the app is like, oh man, I want to date. I really love this guy.
100%.
So for those guys, they're doing a calculation in their head. They're saying, okay, I've got 5 dates lined up this week. This girl over here is going to sleep with me on the first night. This girl over here didn't. Do I want to go on a second date with this girl? Maybe she'll make me wait to a third date. She's going to make me put in a lot of effort.
Yeah,
this girl over here hooked up with me on the first date. I'm just going to keep hanging out with her. I think that's what happens.
I mean, I think like, 100% for sure. But like, I don't know. I really don't know what it is because I think there's certain people like the guys that have ghosted me. Mm-hmm. I've gone on a few dates with, which is interesting.
But did you guys hook up or no?
Well, yeah, that's what
not on the first date.
Yeah, later on dating.
Like later on, like I'm thinking of one example in my head. Like probably third-ish date. Then we hooked up, but like,
Do you have a clingy personality?
What?
Do you get clingy?
Not really. Like I think before I was, and by before I mean probably in the time that I was like dating these people, because I think more recently I've kind of stepped back and I'm like, I try not to think in my head like, oh, I'm gonna like marry this person, or oh, this is gonna go somewhere. I just let it happen.
So you were clingy at the time when you were dating?
I think I was.
Okay.
Not necessarily clingy. I would say I'm more like, I have an expectation in my head of like, oh, this is gonna lead, like, oh, we had a great first date, oh, we had a great second date, oh, now we're going on third date, he's texting me, he's calling me, like, this could go somewhere type of thing.
You're calculating.
Yeah, like yes, 100%. Like calculating, like, okay, yeah, these signs are giving very much like this could go somewhere. And I don't know. That's probably the wrong approach.
Did you say, I don't know if you mentioned this, where are you from?
Simi Valley.
Okay.
Real bros. Simi Valley. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but I don't even tell people I'm from Simi Valley anymore because I'm like,
It's pretty obvious, but
you think it's obvious that I'm from
Simi Valley? Your accent is like,
really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, and I was just like wondering, I was like, did she pick that up? Because there are girls who move to LA and just pick it up.
Yeah.
And so it was either that you picked it up and
I'm just a Valley girl at heart.
You're just a Valley girl.
Right.
That's funny. Okay, and then so the ones that you rejected, what were the reasons you rejected them?
Yeah, I would say mostly like, I mean, I have to be attracted to someone. Like I have to be physically like I can get on with someone. Like I think sense of humor is a huge thing for me. Like I have to have someone with a sense of humor and a sense of like just banter and like conversation. I have to have someone that knows how to have a conversation and feels like they're interested in me to some extent, but I don't like expect the world, especially on a first date. I think most of the people that I have rejected is initially because of attractiveness, but then also like I think it goes hand in hand with just banter in general.
What's your type physically?
So thinking about like all my exes, I don't necessarily think I have a type. Like I dated so many different looking people.
What's the shortest?
Ooh. Like no one shorter than me, definitely.
What how tall are you?
But like probably I'm 5'8".
Okay.
So, well, I'm 5'7 3/4. To be very specific. I would say like probably maybe like the
5'8".
same height as me is probably the shortest.
Got it.
But
you're not like they have to be like 6'5".
No,
yeah,
like
but if you got heels on, then you might want
that's
at least
the
a
thing.
couple inches.
That's the thing. It becomes a
wiggle
little more
room.
difficult with the heel situation because I'm like, okay, I'm going on a first date. I'm like, this guy's hinge says he's 6'1", which I don't really know if that's true. Like that's probably not super accurate.
Yeah, you always downplay 2 to 3 inches.
100%
standard.
Right.
I mean, guys got the height and girls got the Facetune.
Right.
You know.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
The Facetune is always calculated and
You
everything.
can't be getting fat catfish 24/7 and not get catfish in return. It's just,
see that's true.
Yeah.
The problem for guys is like if we don't lie in our height, then every other guy does. So the girl assumes, like, let's say a guy's like 5'10", right?
Right.
Well, if he puts 5'10", she's gonna assume 5'8". Because he's like, okay, probably.
Okay.
So like you have to put 6 foot.
So it's like almost
so they know
like
you're 5'10".
Preparing for it, essentially.
Yeah, it's like when you set your clock ahead, like 10 minutes, but then you figure out that you set it ahead 10 minutes. It's like the same thing.
It just makes sense.
Or
it's
in your description, you're like,
math.
I'm not lying about my height.
Right. Exactly. You're pointing it out. You're making it known. Yeah. I feel like I normally like I don't expect someone who's 6'5", but someone who's the same height as me. But it's not like a deal breaker for me if it makes up in other ways.
Ethnicity doesn't matter.
No.
Okay. So they could be anything.
I've dated like all types of
white, black,
people. Yes.
Asian.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't know if I've dated Asian.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Cool. And then how many people have you been in a relationship with?
Like, I don't even know if I would count like my first relationship. It was when I was very young, but
nothing under 18 counts.
Right. So, well, I guess.
So you have 7 years.
Like two
relationships. How long were they?
So last relationship was, let's see, like almost 2 years, like a year and a half
2 years. And then
2 years. And then, well, now that I'm thinking about it, like what relationship was I in before that? I don't think over 18. Yeah, no, actually just the one.
Just one relationship. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then, so you've been single since 2023.
Yes.
Since October of 2023.
Yep.
Okay. And so, okay. Are you currently, you're not on dating apps, or you are?
I am like on dating apps. Mm-hmm. However, I have been seeing someone recently. Okay.
Situationship?
I don't even know if I like to call it that, but essentially that's what it is.
Uh-huh. How long has that been going on?
Since October.
I mean, that's a pretty long time.
Yeah, it's a good, I mean,
it's like 4 months.
For me, like I'm not seeing anyone else. I'm not like on the dating app. Like, yes, I have a profile, but I'm not.
You're not on it.
On it.
Sure. And so, are you waiting for him to make it official?
Yeah, because like normally I'm the type of person to kind of like push that and be like, hey, like what's going on? And like be a little bit more clingy. But I think with this specific person, I'm really challenging myself to just do my thing. Uh-huh. Because I think too much into things. Like, oh, I don't get, I mean, at least every girl that I know is like this, very like calculated.
How many times have you guys been on dates, would you say, for the past 4 months? Like, how many dates have you been on? Okay, let me rephrase that question. How many times per week do you see each other?
I mean, I would say on average, probably like once a week, maybe.
Okay. So, okay. From a guy's perspective.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to hear it.
Because this is what I feel like you're struggling with something, which is very interesting to me.
Yeah.
And that is that you are very clingy. And that is why you're losing these guys.
Okay.
And now you're trying to overcompensate.
Okay.
And I think you've gone past the line of lack of self-respect.
Okay.
Okay. And so you're looking at the situation as like, hey, I don't want to be clingy, but there's a difference between being clingy and actually have boundaries.
Right.
And the boundary being that like, I don't want to be played.
Right.
And
100%.
if you're looking for something serious, now if you're not looking for something serious, then that's a completely different story, right?
I am. Yeah.
But if you are, and that person isn't, 4 months is a very long time,
right?
To be just dragging somebody along as like, hey, we're just fuck buddies,
right?
And so what it sounds like from a guy's perspective is that every once in a while you guys are hanging out,
right?
And whatever happens, and then he just goes about his life. And you're kind of just like waiting because you're like, hey, I don't want to make the same mistake as I did in the past.
Yeah.
But in reality, this is not a serious thing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense 100%. And like, I think like the part that kind of makes me want to give him his space and give him his time, which maybe I am being a little too like lenient with the boundaries kind of thing, is his ex situation. Just being okay. So situation. I don't really know. I only know to a certain extent. I know that, and this is coming from his friends, but also like a little bit from him here and there. We haven't gotten into that conversation.
After 4 months, you haven't gotten into that conversation?
No, we haven't.
That's fucking crazy. Continue.
Is that crazy?
Yes, it's absolutely wild.
Normally I do. I think I'm just like taking the boundaries back, like maybe a little too much to where I'm not even like pushing that because, but I should be able to like ask those questions.
Of course. If you're seeing someone 4 months.
Yeah, that's a good, like now that you say 4 months, I'm like, it's
a very long time.
Yeah.
And you're saying, because you're saying, if you had said, I'm open and I'm like seeing other people and like blah, 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 no problem.
Right.
Do your thing. Right.
Right.
But when you're saying that I've put myself aside for this person who I've been seeing for the past 4 months, and you haven't been able to have a single serious conversation about his ex situation, that's crazy.
Right. Is a little bit crazy. No, now that you're saying it and you're putting it like that, that makes sense. And like, I think, I don't know what I guess I was trying to reassess a situation, like the situation I'm in, obviously, and like step back and be like, okay, maybe I'll just approach this differently. I'll act like I don't care, essentially. And like, I'm not texting him. I'm not asking him to hang out. Like, really, the only time we ever hang out is when he's texting me to hang out.
And that's once a week.
It's, ish. Okay. I mean, we've been on a few trips together.
Listen, you're fuck buddies. I'm just being honest with you.
No, I appreciate that.
If a guy wants to hang out with you and wants to be with you and wants to spend time with you, they're not going to hit you up once a week.
Yeah. No, we talk every day, but
to see each other, do you live in the same place?
No.
Where?
So I live in Simi right now.
And he lives where?
He lives in Brentwood area.
Okay, you live in the same place.
I mean,
yeah. What are you talking about?
He doesn't live like too far.
He doesn't live in, like, you could have said San Diego and be like, okay, maybe. Like, he another state. He lives like 20 minutes away.
Right.
Like, what do you mean?
It's not that far. You know, it's in the same area, essentially. Yes. Yeah. But no, I think you're right. I think it's like.
But you guys talk every day, like on the phone?
Yeah, we talk. Yeah.
Or like texting?
Not always on the phone.
Okay.
But like we do call each other a lot. Like texting every day. I'm also like not a huge. I just don't like texting.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I'm like, oh, hey, how are you? I'm good. How are you? How's your day? I'm like, oh, this is boring.
Yeah,
and like, I'm doing stuff. I'm also like busy, so I don't really care if like someone doesn't ask me to hang out because I'm like, I'm doing my own thing anyways.
Sure.
So like, that's kind of where I give myself a little bit of like grace, I guess.
Of course, it's very Capricorn of you.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm at work.
Yeah.
Like, I'm working and I'm busy.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But that does, like, that puts, like, more into perspective for me because I'm like, like 4 months is, like, a good amount of time where you're like, okay.
I can 99% guarantee you that he's seeing a bunch of other girls.
Yeah, right. Well, okay, then, okay,
whatever
what
his
about.
ex situation is, but.
What about. Like, his friends have told me that, like, before we started seeing each other, he was, like, going on dates. And it was just, like, one date here and there. Like, one date. That's it. And then when he started seeing me, and this is where, like, I don't want to get brainwashed. But I feel like.
When he started seeing you, what?
That he, like, quote unquote settled down a little bit more. But I'm like, I don't know. Like, what does that mean?
It doesn't mean anything.
Right.
It just means they're trying to like keep you around. They're backing up their boy. Like, that's what it means.
And
it's
like,
plausible though that maybe he's like super busy. Does he have like a busy job? Like he's like always working?
I mean, he has a 9 to 5 ish, I guess.
Does he have hobbies?
I wouldn't say
Does he have he doesn't have his own business?
No.
Okay. This guy's fucking with you.
I'm like, okay, so now I need to reassess everything. No, I mean, I feel like the past 2 weeks, I've been kind of
disconnected.
Yeah, a little bit.
Sure.
Like, kind of just like reassessing and being
I mean, you don't seem heartbroken.
Yeah,
so
no. Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, And I think that's what's benefited me because I think in the past I've gotten so attached and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's going so good. And then I'm just like thinking that it's going to turn into something and then it doesn't. And then I'm like, oh my God, my life is over. Like what's happening?
And look, there is a lot of different circumstances for a lot of different people. Right. And this situation, obviously, generally speaking, these are sort of the behaviors that people have. But and in his situation, he could be going through, you know, some emotional situation with his ex or whatever the case is. But the reality of it is that if somebody wanted to keep somebody around and they actually cared about this person, where they say, hey, like, I see this has taken a while with us. Like, I just want you to know, like, I'll be there, but like, wait for me or whatever. But this is the explanation. It just sounds like you don't have a good idea of like what's going on.
Oh, 100%. And that like makes sense. And I feel like I kind of thought that at a point. I was like, I probably just seem like I'm just like, like I'm just sitting here waiting and like.
Yeah. I mean, there's a way to figure it out.
Being
secretly.
Like, there is.
Well, not secretly, but so back in like.
I'm like, what's the way?
I used to hate back in my fuckboy days. I'm a recovering fuckboy.
Right. Okay. Valid.
But the worst, like the hardest thing to play defense against is when girls would call me when it was like date like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. when I might be hanging out with another girl. Because if you text him, okay, he can text you back. If he calls you or if you call him, like. Okay, he can either not pick up, have an excuse. Okay, maybe that'll work 1-2 times, but then it's like, how come you can never pick up at 8 p.m.? Like one time it's like, oh, it's my mom's birthday, so we're out or whatever. Right. But then it's like, wait, how come every time I call you at 8 p.m., you're
like busy. Yeah. Like, what are you doing at 8 p.m. the entire week?
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
So that's an option. Like, okay. It's very hard to play defense against you.
You guys constantly think of new shit. There's a strategy here.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, that's like so like I don't want to investigate.
Oh, you don't have to. This is
right.
You don't. This is
no. I think I've gotten enough information from this conversation where I'm like, okay, bye. Like, see you later.
Look, here's the thing: you could do what's right for you, which is just like keep your options open and just go see other people. You know what I mean? You don't have to break the world in order to end things with somebody that like you're just kind of seeing each other once a week.
Right.
But it also, are you a type of person that like can only focus on one person at a time emotionally?
I don't know. I feel like I have my moments where I'm a little more like lenient with like seeing multiple people at once, but then I care about people's feelings a lot, like maybe sometimes too much to where I'm like, okay, this doesn't feel right, me seeing these two people at once. And like, yes, it's okay. It would be okay if I like let them know like, hey, you know, I'm seeing other people, but is that like necessary to like announce that to someone?
I think honesty always works best.
Right.
I've realized that like any time that I was in a situation where I emotionally couldn't give somebody something that they wanted, or I was uncertain, so I was just seeing multiple people or whatever the case was. Right. Me being honest with them just allowed them to make their own decision.
100%.
And the reality of it is, if you're seeing two people and those two people then decide that, okay, you know, that's fair. Like we're seeing each other and we're trying to figure out where things go. And so we'll keep our own options open as well. Or one of them just bows out, then so be it.
Right.
And, but at least you were honest. So then your conscience is clear.
No, 100%. I feel like that honesty is, you know, the best policy. So.
Why did you and your ex break up?
I think I was just talking about this actually. I think like from the beginning, it was very like, it felt rushed in the beginning. Like we kind of rushed into a relationship and it just like happened and it was comfortable and like whatever. And then, you know, I began to like love him, and then I want to say it started going, there were like things, like I'm not really a jealous person. Like I just don't get jealous very easily, I would say. And he was very jealous. Like, I feel like it showed like some insecurities, and I never gave him a reason to like wonder what I was doing when I was like out and about. Like, there was a situation where I was going to a friend's like birthday thing. We were all going to like a Dodger game, and it was me and like all my it was like one of my guy friends. Everyone that was going, all the girlfriends, whatever, everyone knew the birthday person essentially. And I didn't invite him, and I like to have my time away. Like his thing was like, why wouldn't you invite me? Like, I want you everywhere with me. Why don't you want the same? And I was like, I just like my time with my friends. Like, I want to be able to be in it with them. I don't want to have to like
cater to your needs.
Yeah, cater to your needs, and also like
be worried about what you're feeling and where you're spending. Sure.
Exactly. And so I was like, I kind of had to explain that situation, and he was like, well, he brought up something like you would never cheat on me or something, and I never did. Like, I was like, I don't believe in cheating. If I'm going to cheat, I'm going to break up with that person. I mean, like, I'm not going to cheat, essentially. Like, if I feel the need to, like, go see someone else, like, I'm going to end it. Like, I'm a very trustworthy person, and, like, I just don't think it's right. If you're in a relationship, like, you don't do that. And I never gave him that reason. Like, I never gave him a reason to, like, believe that I would ever do that or ever, like, disrespect him. So it felt like a jab at me. And then I think it just got dragged out a little bit too long. And then he actually got, like, a new job, and he was gone a lot. Like, he would be gone for, like, 2 months. And, like, he wouldn't have any cell service or anything. And he was a wildland firefighter.
Oh,
okay.
So he would be, in whatever, Canada or something for like 2 months. And like, I would hear from him here and there. And then he'd be like, oh my gosh, they like don't know when they're coming home until like the day before, essentially. Like, for the most part, they're like, oh, I'm coming. He's like, I'm coming home tomorrow. Like, do you want to hang out? And I think I just started pushing him away, in the sense that I resented him. And I was like, I was really happy for him. I was happy that like he found, because he was in like marketing before. And I was like, I wanted to be so happy for him that he found something that he truly loves and like he's excited for. And like, he had to jump through a lot of different loopholes to get there. And so I think in the beginning I was trying really hard to be like happy for him. And then it got to the point where I was like, I don't feel like, I'm also just, I need to see someone like frequently. Like, I was used to being with him like every single day. And then he got this job. He was gone for like a month, and then like 2 months, and then like 3 weeks, like, and it was ongoing. And he would be home for like 2 days, and then he's like, oh, I'm leaving again. Like, talk to you never, kind of thing. And I feel like it just slowly over time just became very, I don't know if I started to realize that like I didn't have the love I thought I did for him, or if it was just, was I just over like the situation? Like, I don't know.
It sounds like you guys had a connection that was purely physical. And so his presence would reassure the connection. But then as soon as he was gone, you didn't feel the need to stay connected to him. Yeah,
it felt like we were also like, I mean, when we started dating, I was 21. I was 20 and he was 29. So I felt like we were in like different parts of our lives. Like, I wanted to like, go out, have fun, like whatever. And he was like in that in the beginning. And then it kind of started to occur to me that we were just maybe on different pages.
Sure. Yeah. A lot of times when guys are older, it's like they're in that scene when they're like looking to find a girl. But they don't really want to be in that scene. And once they have a girl, they're kind of like,
okay,
what are we
let's
gonna
get
do?
married.
Like go dance at the club? Like, you
right.
know what I mean? And then they want to, but then you're still in that scene, so
right.
it's kind of like a
I know
tough
it's
situation.
hard. It was like, and I feel like I've come a long way since then. Like, I think, you know, I realized that, yeah, maybe it was the age difference, but maybe it was also just like our personalities. He wasn't funny at all. Like, he thought he was funny, but he was not funny. And that's like a huge thing for me. He laughed at everything I said, and I was like, that wasn't even funny what I just said. Like, why are you laughing at that? And his sense of humor was just like not there.
Was he like,
and that's like
super good looking or like what?
Not I like don't want to say that, but like not even.
Was he smart?
I mean, he was smart.
Okay, so
he was smart. He had like, he was very ambitious. Like, he had goals. He had like, you know, he was always doing something and like wanting to try new things, which I like adore.
What's the oldest person you've dated?
Him.
Nine
yeah,
years
9 years apart.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the oldest person you would date? I mean, now you're 25, so.
Yeah, so it's like a little bit different.
Yeah.
I think like at this point in time, like I guess 30 would be, I don't know though.
30, that would be 5 years difference.
5 years. I think that's the cap.
Really? Wow.
I wouldn't date.
That's crazy.
I don't know. Is that crazy?
5 years difference, 30
Yeah.
years old, you're 25.
Yeah.
I mean, you've dated somebody 9 years older than you.
Right. But I also feel like I
suppose your argument would be that it didn't work out.
Right.
So you should
Right.
be dating younger.
Usually it's the opposite. Usually like it's like when girls are younger,
yes,
there's a smaller, and then once they get older, like.
And that was like my thought process, I think, in the beginning when I first started dating him. I was like, oh, he's older. Like, you know, he's like mature and like he has everything, like, you know, he has it all figured out. And like.
How old is the guy that you're currently dating?
He's a year older than me.
Okay.
So like
26.
basically the same age.
Yeah.
But yes.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I think I would be open. Like, if I really genuinely, like, I'm not opposed. Obviously, I don't think that I would ever date someone like
50 years old.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Like the age of my father. Like, I'm like, that's just pushing it a little too far. Like, I don't know. I would be open to exploring things,
sure.
But I wouldn't be like, I don't know. I'm always open to like exploring things, but I don't know.
that's funny. So now that you're off, well, now that you've broken up with your ex,
right?
Well, okay, let me rephrase this. Now that you're no longer going to be seeing the guy that you're in a situation
right?
with,
Yes, we've established that.
Yeah. Where do you think you're going to go and look for? Well, it's not right to say that you're going to go look for somebody, but
yeah.
Where do you think you're gonna would be the most ideal place for you to find someone?
I think that the dating apps are not working for me.
Sure.
Which I actually didn't meet him on a dating app. To be fair, he DMs me, which like he found me on the
same
app.
thing.
So essentially the same thing. I think like organically. I think genuinely I'll meet
in the wild,
100%.
Yeah,
and I think I'm moving next month to Newport Beach.
Nice.
And I think that, you know, I'll be out on the town and I will meet someone organically, and like that's what it'll be.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. I guess I'll just see. I'm a very strong believer in like, it'll happen when it happens. Like, even my ex, like I wasn't ever looking, like at that time I wasn't looking for someone. I wasn't fully seeking out someone. I had actually just like, you know, fully like stopped going on dates, stopped looking for anything, just was enjoying single life. And he just, you know, came into my life. Sure. So I was like,
what's your worst dating experience?
I don't really have anything actually that crazy.
You've never had a bad dating experience?
Like, let me think. I'm like, never anything like crazy to where it was like.
Do you have any traumas? Or did you have like a very decent upbringing?
I had a very decent upbringing. I would say like I didn't have, I think most traumatic thing for me growing up was...
You tripped and fall on the ground.
Right. Tripped and fell, you know, how to get up. It was a whole thing. More so, like, my parents growing up, they were very like, they just brought us up in like just a great environment. And like, they always supported us. Like, I grew up very, you know,
Are you a middle child?
School. I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest?
Of two. So I have a little sister. She's 2.5 years younger than me.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And my parent, like, I had a great upbringing. Like, I don't have any...
Are they still together?
Yes, they are. Yeah. They went through a rough patch, and I think that's, like, where some of my... It's not... I wouldn't consider it trauma, essentially. But that's, like, the most traumatic,
I like that
think,
you
in
said
my...
that.
Yeah,
because I feel like nowadays everybody, I have so much trauma.
Yeah. Yeah.
My mom hugged me too tight when I was little, and now I have trauma. You know, it's like...
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. I'm like, it's not necessarily trauma. I think it's just like, and it just happened. It was in my life, and like that's...
How did they get out of it?
How did they get out of it?
Yeah.
I feel... I don't know. I mean, I want to say they more recently got out of it in the past like couple years or so.
Are they religious or no?
Yes. I was brought up in like a Christian home. My whole family, I would say, like on both sides are like very Christian. And so when they had this bump in the road, it was very like, it took me off guard, honestly. Like, I was very like, okay, well, this is crazy. And I was very involved in it because I would say my sister was more of like, not like she was just there, but like she was younger and she wasn't in it. I was a little bit older, so I was in it on both ends. And it was very like, it was very intense. It was always something that I never saw coming, essentially. But it also taught me a lot. Like, I think that they came out of it because they committed to each other. And I think that they, you know, they still have their bumps in the road, but nothing as like insane as like what happened with them.
Sure. Do you believe in marriage?
I do. Like, what do you mean? Like, to like just believe in it?
Do you believe like marriage works?
Like, works in the sense of like it unites people and it makes people
Can
like,
it outlast for the rest of your life?
Right.
Is it realistic to assume that marriage would last the lifetime?
I think it's realistic. I think that in this day and age, like, I have so many friends, like, in the past probably 4 years that have gotten married, even when, you know, I had friends that were getting married at like 20, 21, like very young, which like my parents got married when they were, my mom was like 22, so she was young too. But I just see all those people now getting divorced and like they have children and within like the span of a year. Like, right. I have a lot of friends that have gotten married and now have been divorced. Like,
hence the question.
Too many. Yeah. So I'm like, I think yes, if you have that mindset, like if you have the mindset that you're going into like.
But don't you think all of those people had that mindset going into it?
Yeah,
like they stood in front of the aisle and they said,
right, and they like
till death do us apart.
Yeah, but here's the problem with marriage is everybody. Okay, most people I believe get married because whoever they happen to be dating at the time, when their brain goes, the next step in life is to get married. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Why
like
is there such a high percentage of people that just whoever they're dating after high school or after college, that's who they just get married to?
Yeah, 100%. No, I think you're so right. Like, it is like essentially the next step. It's like, okay, well, we've been dating for, you know, since high school, like almost, I don't know, anywhere from 5 to 10 years now. Like, what do we do now? Let's get married, kind of thing.
Do you want to be married?
I do. I don't know if I think I want to be married, but I don't like.
You don't think it's realistic for you?
I don't think that, like, I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And it's not because I, like, want to be like, oh, I'm never going to get married. Like, it's just, like, not for me. Like, it's nothing like that. It's more so just, like, for me, it's a big thing. Like, it's not just like, oh, let's get married. Like, let's go, like, you know, spend the rest of our lives together and, like, start having babies and, like, live together. It's like, no, you're, like, I believe that if I do get married to someone, I will spend the rest of my life with them, and I'm committed to them. And, like, I will have no question. I won't even question it, which I don't think, like to your point, like, I don't think most people think that in the moment. And then, like, later on, you know, you go through rough patches and you get to the point where you're like, okay, well, maybe, like, I don't want to be married to this person anymore, and I'll just go through a divorce, like, kind of thing. But I just don't, from my perspective, like, I just know that I will know. I will know if it's meant to be married to someone. So
you think once you think you know, that you know for sure?
Not that I think I know, that I know. Like, I know that I will know when I'm going to be married to someone.
Oh.
Right.
So at some point, you
well,
might be
and
proven
like,
wrong.
I feel like, okay, so like my ex, for example, we did talk about marriage. Like, we fully, like, he was like, oh, I'm going to go look for rings and stuff. And I always was I was open with him in the sense of, like, I was like, this is kind of scary. Like, this is very intense. Like, but in the moment I was brainwashed. So, like, I guess, like, I don't know. Like, I'm like, I don't know. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay. But also, I feel like I've come a long way since then. I feel like
you will be coming a long way since then
forever. Right.
The time is always moving.
I don't know. I just feel like I'll have a different feeling.
You'll have a different feeling when you're 30. You have a different feeling when you're 40 and 50 and 60.
But,
you
like,
always have different feelings.
Maybe it's, I don't know.
But the problem is marriage shouldn't be feeling based.
Right.
It shouldn't be an emotional decision. It should be a logical decision. You should be getting married because it's the right thing to do for the both of you, number one. But also, you have gone through every single scenario in your life where things could go wrong, and you understand what your value systems are.
Right.
And you communicated every single one of those things.
Right.
And I think people struggle communicating their value system because they don't know themselves.
100%.
And what ends up happening is they get into relationships and they make emotional decisions.
Right.
And then one day they start to realize that they acted out of emotion as opposed to logic. And the other part of it is a lot of people struggle with going through hardships. They don't want to get through pain because they always think that the grass is greener on the other side.
Right. Yeah,
and this concept of, I won't put up with this because I deserve better, right, is what we've come to believe as sort of the new age of, whether it's social media or whatever you want to call it, technology or whatever. Because you always see other people and your brain is always thinking, wow, somebody else has it so much better than I do. And the reason why your parents or our grandparents or whatever, their marriages worked was because they struggle and they understood that this is a struggle and they have to work at it. Because marriage is work.
Right.
It's not supposed to be honeymoon phase forever.
100%.
But also you could create honeymoon phase just based upon the connection that you have with that person. But you have to work at it. You have to constantly be dating this person. Right. Because you want to be dating them, because you care about them, because you love them.
100%. No, that I agree with what you're saying.
What are your love languages?
What are the love languages again? What, like,
so physical touch, gift giving, words of affirmation, quality time, and
service.
Acts of service.
Acts of service. I would say physical touch.
That's number one.
What?
That's number one.
Yeah. And, like, acts of service. Or like,
What's your least?
Gift giving, probably.
So you don't care if somebody gives you gifts?
I mean, like, I do care, but it's not like...
But it's not the most
it's not like,
valuable thing.
Oh my gosh, you gave me a gift. Like,
sure.
Or like, I wouldn't be like I would rather for like, say my birthday or something.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather have like, oh, well, see, now I'm saying quality time. Like, I would rather have like a trip of some sort.
Sure.
Or like just spending quality time, something special planned. Than like, I don't know, a Chanel bag or whatever. I mean, I would love a Chanel bag, but like, but it's not like, you didn't give me a Chanel bag? Like,
yeah, it's not.
I don't want to go to freaking whatever.
Sure,
but
you don't care about it as much.
It just doesn't. Yeah.
What's a perfect first date?
Oh, the question of the century. Perfect first date. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, the guy has to pick me up. Like, that's like a non-negotiable. Like
not send you an Uber, not pick you up physically.
Yeah, I've been sent an Uber before, and I'm like, what the hell?
I'm like, what if he lives far away?
Okay, you know? Like valid, I guess, but like.
Because now you're in Newport.
Explain yourself, right?
So imagine a guy from LA would have to come to Newport, pick you up, take you to LA. Which I mean, that's kind of right. That's kind of stupid because I think that if you're gonna set up a date, just set it up in Newport.
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
Or you could just drive to his house and then he drives from there to the date.
And I've done that too, but then I'm like, I mean, it's not like. Like, I get what you're
Zach
saying.
Is
like, I'm not
like
gonna.
He's about to take you on a date. Just come over here.
Like, what happens if this situation?
I've learned my lesson in this situation because if you go on a first date with a girl and she lives far away and then you pick her up on the first date, now that's the expectation, and now I'm spending like half my life in traffic.
Right.
Where it's like if you set the expectation, like,
and like I have grace for that. Like, I'm like, okay, I don't expect you to drive like, I don't know, an hour every time and then like an hour back. Like, that's a lot. I think it's more so just like...
No, but it's worse. It's an hour there, hour back, and then another hour there to drop you off, hour back.
Right.
Unless would you accept an Uber on the way home?
Maybe it's not a non-negotiable. Maybe it's more just like...
Depending on the situation.
Right. Depending on the situation. And like, if it's like, you know, if it's like a... Okay, I'm sending you an Uber. Like, or... Like, if it's explained, I guess.
Sure.
Is what I'm
what
saying?
if he sends you like an Uber Black? You know,
that might change things. Like,
he sends you the nice
might
one.
be solid enough to be like, okay,
a limo?
Right. I would love a limo. Some bottles of champagne. Like, I'm in for that. No, I feel like it. Like, I don't know.
Limo and a masseuse.
Right. See, I would love that. I'm like, oh, this is a date on its own.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not a non-negotiable.
Damn, that's actually a good idea for a business. You
know, a little like limo, a little like masseuse.
Limo van with a masseuse in the back. In the meantime, you're just getting a massage while you get to your date.
Like, you're here.
That's a great idea.
Some champagne. I mean, it sounded like a perfect date to me.
It sounded like a.
It's like the date is already over.
That's what it sounded
right,
like.
that too.
Haven't gone on Shark Tank with that idea. I'm out. For those reasons, I'm out.
Oh my gosh, no. I mean, I feel like I would. I don't know if I know a perfect date. Like, I think there's so many. Like, I love to do.
What's the best date you've been on?
I love to do fun things. I know.
Driving me crazy.
I know. The best date I've been on. A guy took me to like. That's not even that good.
Oh dear Jesus.
Like Griffith Observatory. Like, that's fun
the best date you've been on? Jesus.
I haven't been on anything insane.
Who the fuck are you dating?
Not anyone crazy.
Yeah, but I kind of disagree because, like, I feel like the best first date is just like drinks.
What is the first date? Yeah, like, most of the first dates that I'm going on, it's like, oh, let's go get drinks, or oh, let's go get dinner. Like,
well, it's all a matter of perspective, though. Were they the best date for you? Did you think
not.
to yourself? Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Mean,
like,
yeah,
but was that because of the date, or was it just the guy was not that good?
I just think taking girls to like drinks just so boring.
Yeah, but you have to be fun, Mo.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like,
you got to get off your spreadsheets and start living life.
I guess I'm dating the wrong people.
Boring.
Like, I don't know. I've never been on anything like genuinely. I've never been taken on like a crazy date where I'm like, damn, like that was crazy. You took me on a helicopter.
Like, people don't come up to you. What do you do for fun?
I guess when like I'm not working, I go to the beach a lot. I love the beach. Like, what do I do for fun?
Damn,
I like
we need to show you how to live life. This is just
yeah,
wild.
but
I do a lot of fun
mean?
things. Like, I'll go to Catalina for a day. Like, I love extravagant like little trips.
You just go by yourself?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'll go with friends.
With your friends, okay.
Yeah. Like, normally when I'm doing like fun things, it's like, oh, I'm going with friends. I used to work at an aquarium. I used to dive in the shark tank. Like, that was fun.
You used to work there. Right?
I used to
what do you
work
mean?
there. I literally work every day of my life, and everyone knows it too. I'm a workaholic.
You remind me of my ex. That's very Capricorn. It's just like, it's so typical Capricorn. It's kind of crazy.
I'm working all the
she
time.
is 35.
Okay.
And we talk about that. Like, last time I saw her, I was talking to her about this. I was like, are you not worried you're going to be single for the rest of your life? And she was like, I just don't think this is for me. And I was like, this is just crazy to me. And she's attractive. So it's like it's very surprising to me that girls are becoming this like cat women, just like cat ladies.
Very like, just like, hey, if that happens, it happens. I'll just be vibing.
I was terrified of being alone. Like, that was like one of the main, like, it's just like being alone at like 80 years old is,
I'll be dead.
It's just wild.
No, yeah. I think like I think that I want to say in the past like couple years, I've just started to like tell myself, like, if that happens, like, let me prepare for the worst.
No, I mean, you're 25 years old and you're expecting it.
Right. Well, that's the other issue that I'm having. Like, I'm like, okay, I don't need to be like, married off by 25. But like, I don't know. I mean,
the fact that you're 25 and having these thoughts while you're seeing someone.
Right.
Like, it's like, it's so telling of like.
Yeah.
But it's got to be your lifestyle that you have to change, but it just seems like you're so nonchalant about it, like you don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I'm still in the process of like loving myself to like the full extent that I'm waiting for that to be like that I'm fully in love with myself. Then I'm like, okay, then I can love someone else. Like, does that make sense?
Sure.
So I think that I'm like giving myself some time, and I'm like, okay, like if along the way, if I like have some, dates here and there, and I like get along with someone, like see what happens, like, but I guess it's no use if I'm still in
What's your biggest insecurity?
Probably I don't know. I guess just the way I look. Like, sure. I'm always thinking about like the way I look, which I've definitely like tried to veer away from that in a sense, but it's so hard in this day and age because you're on social media, especially like as a girl, you're constantly like scrolling, like, but then I step back and I'm like, okay, let me remember that like there's Facetune and like these people don't live these extravagant
What's interesting
lives.
is that the answer that you gave is very common with people who are fairly attractive. And what's interesting about that is that people who aren't attractive don't have that insecurity because they've made their peace with the fact that they're not attractive.
It's just like, I'm going to be ugly.
But
anyway,
interestingly,
I'm
people
like,
who
how
are
did
very
they do
attractive,
that?
but people who are very attractive have that insecurity more so than anybody else, which is just ironic. Because they constantly think they need to be more attractive and they're becoming less attractive.
There's like a level of like you're attractive enough to like get things out of life that other people don't have access to. So then you want to like maintain that, or you can get even more stuff.
Yeah,
but
I'm like, okay,
below that bar, you're just not going to get anything anyway. So it's like, well, might as well. Who cares, you know?
Right. Well, that's the thing. I'm like, I don't even know what it is, because like I'm like, I don't know. I think it's just like, I genuinely haven't pinpointed like why I think that.
Sure.
But it's also like, I just accept the fact that like sometimes I get too in my head about stuff, and like I think too much into like what people think of me. But I do, like, on the daily, I'm like, just don't care what people think about you. Just do your thing. And I think I am on the way to that because of like
your daily words of affirmation in the morning.
Right. Me in the car driving to work, I'm like, you're pretty, you're pretty, you're pretty. Like, you are the shit. No, I think honestly fashion has like taken me to the next level. Like, I've explored my fashion sense a lot, and I think that's what's taken me to just not care what people think.
Well, I mean, one would hope, considering you're a stylist.
Right.
That would be prerequisite.
Right. But also, like, it took me a little bit to get there. I think, like, at first it was like, it's like not, it's genuinely just not caring what people think, like, of your outfit and like of what you look like or whatever. But like, I think I would say like my biggest insecurity is my looks, but then I'm like, I think it's also like, I don't even know what bucket this would fall into, but like the things I choose to say out loud in social situations. Like,
what have you said out loud in social situations?
Like, I will say things and then I'm like, oh, I'll think into, so it's essentially like myself and like what I choose to say. I can't think of anything in particular.
Like, you have no filter. You're just kind of.
No, not even that. I would say more so it's like there's certain people that sometimes I find myself, I'm very talkative. I'll talk to anyone. But I do have some, and again, this is not diagnosed. I just think in my head, this is what makes sense. Like social anxiety to a certain extent.
Interesting. You don't come off like that.
Social anxiety or social validation?
No, I think like more, I mean, I think it would fall more so under social anxiety because like I will, before I go to anything, I will be like thinking about, okay, I hope this goes well. Like I will think way too deep into what this could be.
Did you do that coming here?
Yes.
Did you do that? Was that the reason why you canceled the first time?
Okay, I didn't cancel.
The first time. Anna forgot to send her the reconfirmation.
Yes.
Never mind.
So like she never told me a time.
Sure.
And
never mind that question.
Yeah,
so okay.
anyway.
So you did that. So you
like, don't go on another tangent, okay?
I was like, it's just irrelevant at this point. All right. So but you did that coming here.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like I do that like honestly every day. Which is funny because like people always tell me like, really? Like, you don't.
Do you feel validated afterwards? Meaning
like
that like
after an event or like after anything I do?
Yeah. Cuz if you're doing that, meaning like do you afterwards feel like what you thought was what happened?
What I thought was what? No. Not necessarily. No. I think every time I'm like a little bit surprised with myself. Like I think I just doubt myself too much, honestly, like in every situation. Sure. Whether it's like I used to do like a lot of little like events for brands, like giving out free product at like, you know, very random events, but like little like rooftop bars and like stuff like that. And I just like hang out with people who are just drinking on the rooftop, hand out whatever samples of what I was selling. And like I would just talk to people all day long. And I was there by myself and I came there by myself. Like I think that I just doubt myself a little too much. Like I'm like, I think about what I could mess up on and how people can perceive me. And I get too in my head about it because I'm like, okay, I think I also just want everyone to like me.
Yeah,
so
you,
that's like
you want validation.
Which I feel like most, yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's a social validation.
Right. Yeah, I feel like.
So, but why? Where does it come from? Why do you need this validation? Why do you care?
I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't think that I know why I need it. Like, I think it's just, maybe it comes from just, like, I really don't. Like, I don't know where it comes from. I think that, like, obviously, yes, I want everyone to like me, but I do have to understand that, like, not everyone is going to like me, and, like, I should accept that. But I don't know where it stems from. I feel like I've always been the same way in the sense of, like, I am just genuinely myself, but I've always talked myself into things.
Like, did you do any pageants growing up?
No, I didn't. I was a dancer.
Okay.
I was a dancer, and
Who put you in dance? Your mom?
No, I went into dance. So yeah, my mom did. Mm-hmm. When I was very young, probably like 3 was when I first started dancing. And then I started doing a little bit of acting. I never did anything crazy. It was like more so just like I was going to a lot of auditions, but I never like booked anything. I booked like a pilot once, and then I booked a few like print jobs, but like nothing crazy.
Well, and that answers the question where the seeking of validation comes from. From a very young age, you were put in this box of you need to, somebody needs to approve of your presence.
That's true.
Your performance.
Yeah, for sure. And like that's I mean, I was in competition dance. I was also like I played club soccer for a while. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I guess it was always like I also am a little bit competitive too. So I want to stand out to people, I guess. So yeah, like it comes back to like seeking validation from people and like just people seeing me and like being like, oh, I guess sometimes, and not all the time, but sometimes I'm like, I want to stand out from other people and like, but obviously in a positive way.
Sure. So, you want to be different.
Yeah.
Do you think you are different?
I don't know. I want to say yes, but then it's also like, it's another thing where I'm like, I don't want to say yes because like I don't want to be like, oh, I'm so like I'm different.
You don't want to be thought of the person who wants
so it just draws back to like people perceiving me in that different light of like, oh, she wants to be like different and like she wants to be like, you know, stand out from other people or whatever. I think I'm different in the sense of like I feel in certain situations that I stand out because I just like I want to say I'm an easygoing person and like I just kind of like I'm very go with the flow.
Passive.
Yeah. Maybe. A little.
You're very passive.
Yeah. I don't know though. Like I wouldn't consider myself like so different because like there's a lot of situations where like I find myself like questioning like, oh, I feel like I'm kind of like blending in because sometimes I'm in social situations where I don't feel like I can be my bubbly fun self. Depending on who I'm surrounded by, of course, but I don't know.
If a man asks you, why should I choose you and why should I be with you?
What would my response
be? I mean, the typical question is, what do you bring to the table? Right?
Yeah. I feel like I'm very understanding. I feel like I'm an understanding person and I will always be open to seeing the other side of things and I take feedback very well. Like if someone tells me like, you know, I don't like in a relationship, for instance, if someone says like, you know, this really bothers me the way you do this, I will like seek to understand, essentially.
Reflect on it and actually implement
and
it.
I will try my very best to make the changes, and like I will take that feedback and like implement it in my everyday life.
Great quality to have, for sure.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I will always want to see the other side of things, like understand why people think the way they do, or why someone has a certain like perspective on a certain like situation or a certain topic, whatever it may be. Like I will always want to understand why they think that way.
Should women submit to the man they're in a relationship with?
See, that word trips me up sometimes.
Why is that?
Like submit in the sense of like just like that just seems like such like a like I don't want to say vague word, but like it seems like such like a wide stretch. Like submit in the sense of like what?
Well, in the traditional sense, what submission means is that if the man makes the decisions and has the last word, right? And so if a situation comes up where the man says, hey, this is what we need to do, right? Submission would be that you would respect his opinion, but also his decision. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't have a word to say anything. Of course, you would be able to express yourself. But obviously, not everybody always agrees with each other.
Right.
And so at some point, if somebody had to make the final decision, that decision would go to the man.
I mean, I think it's very situational in the sense of like...
But you do seem to have a more submissive personality than you do have a dominant one.
I think so. I think I'm definitely more so like submissive for sure.
But it's interesting that you resist towards that word when it comes to submitting to the man that you're in a relationship with.
I think it's like the phrase that throws me off.
Sure.
Like
makes it seem like you're
like
a slave
submit
or
to the. I'm like, okay, I'm down on my knees. Like I submit to you. Like that's what I also had a friend that like she married this guy and he was like, you need to submit to me. And it was very intense. So like when you say like well, no, now they're divorced. So not necessarily. Initially she was like, I don't know. I don't know like all the details, but
did she ever say that? Did you ever get the feeling that she said yes and she was happy to do it?
Yeah. I mean, she married him and then she realized after it was a very short amount of time
that they were married.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the beginning, she said, I'm happy to do this. And like when she was explaining it to you, it sounded like she was happy to submit to him.
No, this was after. So after they got married, he kind of like...
Oh, he said that after.
Yeah.
Okay, he flipped the switch.
This was after, yeah. He was like,
Got it.
You need to submit to me. Also, you need to do this. Like, otherwise, like...
But was she happy to do that, or was that a
catalyst
for the divorce?
It was the catalyst for the divorce.
God, okay,
yeah.
so that makes sense.
Yeah,
okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just like the phrase, like you need to submit to me. Not you need to, but like submitting to a man, like it sounds like very intense. But I guess.
Do you know a woman who's happy to do that, and they understand what that means, and they have no question in their mind that that's a.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel disconnected from how they feel versus how you feel?
No. Because now I'm thinking about a specific person, but I don't want to like.
Well, you don't have to say their name.
Yeah. I think like in the beginning of their relationship, she was a little bit more like submissive to an extent where she would just like let him just do whatever the hell he wanted. And in the sense, not like cheating or anything crazy. It was just like he would drink, and then it would get to the point where it was like, okay, like he needs to not be like doing those things, and it was just more accepted in a sense. But I think that like now with how far they've come, I think that she has like a better grasp on it, but she's still like submits to him, essentially.
I think there needs to be clarity on the fact that submission doesn't mean that the man is allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants and just cross every single line and boundary and has no boundaries, right? Because I think that's where the confusion sometimes comes with women, that they look at submission as like, is this person able to just take advantage of my boundaries and who I am as a person? And the reality of it is the answer to that question is no. Right. If somebody is doing something that's wrong, if they're abusive, if they're drinking too much, right? Whatever those things are, those things are not things that a person should be submitting to.
Right. 100%.
Because I think when you understand somebody's qualities in the very beginning of the relationship, and you go into the relationship with open eyes and understanding of like who this person is, and if this person is a good person, and if this person is somebody that you could trust with your life, then women should submit to their man. Because that man is the type of person that you can submit to and you can trust and you could count on.
That makes sense.
Versus if somebody is abusive and, you know, has these like negative traits, I think in the very beginning, you should choose not to submit to this person.
Of course, and, for sure.
I mean, I would argue that you shouldn't even be in this relationship to begin with, but obviously people make emotional decisions. So that's really what the explanation or the sense of submission is. And it just sounds like you've never really experienced that, where you could trust a man, where you could really fully let go of your, whether it's insecurities or a feeling of nervousness of like, hey, where I'm going to go and what's going to happen. Because when you are with that person, then there is nothing for you to be afraid of.
Nothing else. Yeah. Nothing else matters. Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think I genuinely, and I don't think that I've had enough like solid relationships. Well, no, I have, but I think my ex situation has taught me a lot, and I've come like super far with it. But I think also like, I haven't been with a man who has like allowed me to submit to him, essentially. I mean, I think you're right.
Yeah. Final question. Do you think open relationships can work?
I feel like I can't fully like understand what it's like, because I don't think that I would ever be in an open relationship.
Why is that?
Because I think that if I'm in a relationship with someone, I think to a certain extent I would get like jealous.
In the very beginning, you said you don't really get jealous.
I don't, but I think that if I was in a situation where like, if I just don't think that I could be in an open relationship, because like that's my person. Like that is
possessive.
Yeah.
So become possessive to a point where you just don't want them to be like, with anybody else.
I just don't think that if I was in love with someone, or I was even like in a relationship with someone, like picturing them like being with someone else, I'm like, that doesn't really, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense for me. But I could understand why other people want to explore that. And I think that it can work for some people, depending on their, you know, their relationship with each other, their personality, so many different things, you know, qualities and everything. Like, I think that I understand that it could work. I just don't think it would work for me.
It just won't work for you.
I'm just like, it just won't work for me. But I could understand like why people are in open relationships. But
do you have a crazy side or no?
Like I don't know.
Okay. Like, when I ask that question, like if somebody asked me that question, right, I would be like, no, I don't. It's just a very like quick. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to think about it that long.
If you don't have a crazy side, you'd be like, oh yeah, like, no, definitely not.
Yeah.
I think that, but not in relationships. But I can be, I mean,
neurotic at times.
I can be a little crazy. I can be a little bit like, maybe I can get a little crazy in certain situations. It would have to depend on the situation.
What situation are you thinking
of? Like, I'm thinking of like, if someone cheated on me, I would probably destroy a lot of things. Like, I would just release a bunch of shit on social media. Like, I would be like, oh, I'm ruining this person's life. Like, bye. Like, why would you ever disrespect me like that? Like, I'm gonna go
make your own karma.
I'm gonna go to like, I'm gonna go to other lengths that probably I wouldn't do. Like, I'm not crazy day to day. Crazy in the sense I can be like destructive and careless and like things that I do when I'm like.
But if somebody cheated on you, you ruined their life.
Oh yeah, I would. Yeah. I just would be like, oh, so you just think that you can just do that? That's crazy. That's crazy.
First of all,
like, what?
I appreciate you being honest with that statement and giving us a viral clip. But, but also, do you not think that you, like, there's no part of you that would be like,
well, like understanding?
Allowing, forgiveness.
I think I could. I think it would depend on like, I think that I would seek to understand depending on if the person was very like apologetic and like, oh, it didn't mean it, and like wants to explain because that shows me that they care about me truly and they love me and that they want to explain it, then I would listen to them. I would ask questions and I would listen to like what they have to say, what thought process. I would be like, just tell me everything. Just sit me down, tell me everything. No matter what it is, how deep it gets into details, please tell me. Because like, I just want to understand like, what was your thought process in this? If it was a situation where they were avoidant and like didn't want to talk about it and were just like you're tripping or like lying about it, but
gaslighting you.
Yes, exactly. Then I'd be like, okay, so I'm gonna destroy you. Like, goodbye. See you later.
Is a strong word. It's a very strong.
I really love that word. I don't know why. Yeah, I think it is a strong word.
It's a very visceral reaction.
It is. You know? Destroy.
Okay, so let's come up with a couple of scenarios here.
Okay.
So, first of all, before we get
hard out right now, but you guys.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah, keep it rolling.
First of all, the one question. So let's clear clear up what cheating is to begin with.
Okay.
So what do you consider cheating?
That's hard because I feel like obviously like in the grand scheme of things, like I want to say that like cheating is like doing something physical. However, like cheating feels as if it's something physical with someone. However, there's loopholes. Like if you're texting a girl but you've never met her in person, you've never like done anything physical with her essentially, but you're like quote unquote like sexting or just like flirting or just like I don't know, whatever. I don't care about like talking, like just having normal conversations. This is my girlfriend, whatever. Girlfriend. So I don't know. I wish there was another word for like something like that because I think that cheating is a strong word. And like, if someone says like, oh, my boyfriend cheated on me, like automatically in my head, I think, oh, like
physical act.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But some people consider it like, I don't consider it as like, I think it's something that you can talk through.
Sure. Okay. So let's say your boyfriend went and is at a bar.
Okay.
And there's a girl at the bar.
Okay.
And he's like with his boys, whatever.
Okay.
And he goes up to her and says, oh, hey, how's your night going? You're very pretty.
Okay, see, that's not cheating, but that's like...
inappropriate.
Yeah.
Okay, not cheating.
It's like...
forgivable act, yeah?
You're going out of your way to go up to this girl at a bar.
Okay, so flirting, unacceptable.
I think so. Like, I just think, like, unless you're in an open relationship
but,
and, like...
but not cheating.
No, not cheating.
Okay.
I don't think that, yeah, like, if someone said, oh, I saw your boyfriend cheating on you at the bar, he was, like, chatting with this other girl, I would be like, okay...
what were they saying?
What else? Like,
right.
what else happened? Oh, well, that was it. Okay. That's not
nothing.
Cheating.
Got it.
Like,
now let's say, I'm assuming, presumably, that if they kissed, that would be cheating.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Light cheating.
Yeah. On the lighter side. It's not as intense, but, like, it's still, I would say that's yeah.
Now let's
cheating.
say that they go, now let's say he is talking to some girl and says, hey, I'm going to go grab lunch with this girl that I'm friends with. Okay. And now he is not saying anything. He's genuinely friends with her. However, she really likes him.
Right.
And she's like, oh my God, you're so hot. I wish you were single. All these things.
And I'm aware of all of this.
You're not aware of any of it.
Oh, right.
He doesn't tell you.
Okay,
any of this.
right.
He just says, hey, I'm going to go like hang out with my friend, coworker, whatever.
Right.
And so they go and they're like grabbing lunch and, you know, she's like, yeah, like, you know, are you ever going to be single? Like, can we ever be together? Blah, blah, blah. And do you think that is, and again, that's probably inappropriate, but not cheating.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, is he coming home after and being like, telling me the situation? Or is this just like hypothetically, like, this is
a hypothetical
happened?
situation where he's not being truthful and upfront about the dynamic.
Right. I feel like I think, again, it's not considered cheating. It would also depend on, like, is this a girl like he's been friends with for a while, or is this just some random girl that he just started being friends with? Like, that's
does
weird.
It make a difference?
Yeah, it does.
Why is that?
I feel like why are you friends with a girl randomly? Like,
validation.
After, okay, but like, if I don't know, like, if in my perspective, I don't know. That's hard because I feel like I want to say, like, okay, if my boyfriend was friends with this girl for forever, I'm going to grab lunch with so-and-so. We're going to, like, catch up. Cool. Love that. Tell her I said hey. Mm-hmm. Which I would be I am very much like that. Like, if my boyfriend has girlfriends, I'm very much like, oh yeah, like,
you have guy friends.
But, like, in my perspective, like, I'm like, I can be friends with guys, but I know that other people, like, guys are like, oh, you're never friends with the guy. Like, the guy always wants you.
You don't think that's true?
No, like,
you think that the guys you're friends with don't want you?
I mean, maybe they've thought about it before.
Maybe they still think about it.
Right.
There's not a single there's not a single guy you could say that you're friends with currently that you would call at this very moment and say, hey, let's go have sex. And they'll say no. Not a single one. Guaranteed.
Okay, yeah. Right. That's okay. That puts it into perspective a little bit more. I think there might be a few.
You're saying that there is a few.
There might be a few that would say, like, what are you talking about? No.
You think that there is one?
Yeah.
Pick one. Call him right now.
Oh, no. Okay, well, there's one that's married, so he would not. I just know that.
Okay, sure. But that's different. Yeah, he's not single. But even then, I mean, yeah, he might not cheat on his wife, I suppose. But yeah that's...
They have a kid.
Yeah, so. That's a different situation.
Okay, let me think about another one. Maybe not.
You do not have a single guy friend.
But, like, why does that... Because, like, for me, like, we're just like, I hang out with him all the time, and like it's just like
you hang out with them all the time, but that doesn't mean that they're not hoping for something to change.
Right. Okay.
They're hoping that one day you would see their value.
No,
or drunk sense. Enough to be like flirting back and be like, oh wow, okay, this is gonna go somewhere. Like, I mean, it's just biology. That's not.
Yeah, no, 100%. So yeah, I guess back to like the. I mean.
But I
wouldn't say it's cheating.
Okay, I want to get to the destruction part. Okay. Right. I want to get to a part where you're destroying everything.
Okay.
So you. Okay. Is there do you have girl best friends?
Yeah.
A few.
I have a lot.
Okay, a lot of them.
I mean, like a. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, sure, whatever.
Like
so
7.
Okay, and let's say one of them is like super drunk. Yeah.
Okay.
And then flirting with your boyfriend, and your boyfriend is also very drunk.
Okay.
And then they sleep together.
Oh, I would destroy both of them. 1000%.
So okay, but if your boyfriend came and was like, "Baby, I'm so sorry. I was so wasted, and I just like didn't eat. I thought it was you."
Like,
is there forgiveness?
First of all, you would know it was me. Like, there is no confusion.
No, but he's like wasted.
Like, there's just no way. I would be like, no, that's just not.
Keep in mind, I don't really know anything about like being wasted. I've never had alcohol, so I have no idea how people feel when they're drunk.
Okay.
But I've heard that when people black out, they don't know what the fuck is going on.
Right. Yeah, but like I feel like to a certain, like, yes, you can have blackout moments, but like you would like, I just don't think that that's, I don't know. It's hard to say because like I want to say like, you know, you have moments where you black out and it's, you don't remember anything. So like there's no, you know.
Yeah, he doesn't remember. He's like, what are you even talking about? Like, I don't know.
But then I'm like, no way you guys are both on the same level to be both blackout. Like it's hard. Like I don't black out very often. Like I feel like I've learned how to better handle my alcohol. So like know when to stop and not to just keep drinking and then it hits me all at once. But like when I do, like it doesn't happen very often. So like to be on the same exact level.
Let's take out the girl best friend out of the equation. And it's just some random girl and he's blacked out.
Okay, that would be a little bit different.
Okay, because there's a level of forgiveness at that point.
There is. Like I think that if he came to me and he was like, I'm so sorry, like, you know, this and this happened, like begging on his knees, I'd be like, okay, like we can have a conversation. As long as there's a valid excuse. But like, you know.
But if it happens again, then you destroy his life.
Maybe. I'm like, okay, yeah. If it gets to the point, I mean, if it happens twice, I'm like, bro, you gotta change something. You're clearly doing something wrong. Like you gotta do like change something.
Right.
If that's happening twice, that's insane.
Right.
Especially if I'm coming to you being like, it happens again, like you're done. But if it's with a girl best friend, oh, they're both destroyed. Oh, that's just never happening. That just would never happen. My friends also know not to do that. I also just have good friends. Yes,
of course. If you have decent friends, then obviously nothing like that would ever happen. Oh, very interesting.
I'm like, I mean, who wouldn't destroy? Like,
I wouldn't. I would never destroy. My ex did a lot of shit to me.
Yeah.
And this is a different ex from the one that I mentioned to you. And I was always there for her. I helped her out even after we broke up. And, you know, she did all types of shit. And it's just, I think when you're morally a good person and ethically or of sound mind, it's just, and I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying,
but that, I mean, that makes sense. What does it do for you?
There's a level of capability.
Right.
Of subjecting somebody to pain that I just don't think I'm capable of. And that doesn't go for like women.
Right.
Like I wouldn't do that to somebody that I ever loved. Right. I would do that to somebody that I either don't know that, did something wrong to me, right? Like, if somebody hurt my significant other, right, I would destroy them, right. But I just don't think I'm capable of hurting somebody that I cared about at one point or even care about.
And like, I don't think that I've ever, like, I say that I would destroy them, but I think like also, like, I don't know, like in my mind, I'm so.
When push comes to shove, you don't think you would actually have it anymore.
Yeah. Like, I'd like to think like, even like I had a certain, like I had a recent falling out with one of my friends and like, we don't speak anymore. And I want to so bad, like be so angry and like text her like some crazy message and be like, just go off. But I won't, because I've responded to everything she said to me in a very like mature way, because for me, I think it's just, I genuinely, I haven't been in a situation like that, so I wouldn't know. But like, I think that, yeah, when push comes to shove, I think that I would probably, I would probably be a little bit angry, but like, I don't think that I would necessarily go to the lengths of like blasting them on everything.
What happened with your friend?
It's like a crazy situation, actually. She's like one of my best friends. She like was. She was, right. She, like, we hung out like every day. We used to work together. We went out on New Year's, and I can't actually speak on the situation because there was like a whole police report filed on it and everything. Basically, someone like literally bit her. Okay. Which like sounds crazy. And she was fine after that. Like it was before midnight, before we like went out to the club and like whatever. And we were all like, drinking and stuff. And she was fine after that. I'm very like attentive to people's feelings. I also don't bring.
Bryn, somebody bit her, and then what that has anything to do with you?
Right. So nothing. Okay. So I brought her out with my other group of friends. She was and I don't like to mix my friend groups. I never do, rarely, except for occasionally when it's my birthday and like I want to do a big group thing, but normally I do separate birthday things because.
But in this situation, you mix people up.
Yes. And it was almost like, and she's a very like, it felt more of like a relationship type friend. She was very.
You guys are very attached and just do everything together.
She was very needy emotionally.
Sure.
And all my friends are not like that, except for her. And she was, she was fine after that. I didn't want to have to like worry about her, but I was also like, are you okay? Like, checking in on her. Another reason why I don't like to mix my friend groups.
So she feels like you neglected her at the time after that happened.
She feels like I didn't, like, I don't know, punch the person or something or like whatever. But from my perspective, she was like fine after that.
Okay, so somebody bit her and then she felt like that you didn't stand up for her and like go fight for her.
I guess, but she didn't ever say anything to me, so I don't know. She didn't ever explain like how she was feeling to me.
At the time, you mean?
No, still.
Like ever.
To this
day. Why are you assuming this?
She sent me a text that basically said, I'm rethinking our friendship. Rethinking our friendship. I don't think we have the same priorities, kind of thing. And I don't want to keep putting myself in situations where I end up hurt. Which for me, I was very caught off guard with, because she'd never brought, if people bring things up to me, I will let's have a conversation. Let's talk it out, whatever.
Did you ask her why?
Why what?
Why she's feeling this way?
Like, why she... Yeah, no, I said, well, I responded, I said, okay, wow, like, I wasn't really expecting this. I understand, what you're saying, but I also would love to, talk about it because I don't really understand what you mean by this. Mm-hmm. But I want to give you your space.
And then what did she say?
Nothing.
Oh, she never replied. Okay. Got it.
And then I mean, the most recent, I've talked to her. Well, then I got a call from a detective, and then that was a whole thing because I was there, whatever. I never knew. It's on my birthday week. Everyone knows my birthday is like the most important thing ever. I just felt like for me, and like, I don't know because I haven't been in that situation, but like for me, I would give my friend a heads up. Hey, I like, just from my perspective, I don't think that I did anything. Yeah, like maybe she did feel like neglected at the time, and maybe she did feel like I wasn't being attentive enough to her at the time.
I mean, I'm assuming, based upon the information you've given, that she went through something that she feels was traumatic, and it sounds like, from what you said about your birthday, that she thinks that you made that the aftermath of that situation about you versus attending to her traumatic
right. But I didn't
situation.
say anything about my birthday.
Oh,
I didn't ever say anything.
Okay.
Anything about my birthday. The only time I said...
So why did you say everybody knows my birthday is like the biggest thing? How's that
because
relevant
she
in this
knows...
situation?
Well, that's true. That is true. I just meant like the way that it landed on my birthday week when... But no, actually, you do have a point. I didn't say anything to her about my birthday. So I guess like, yeah, it just ended up landing on the week of my birthday that the detective was calling me, and like it just landed that way, and like she had to take care of what she had to take care of because it was a traumatic event for her. So yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. But yeah, I didn't say anything to her about my birthday. But I was just kind of like,
she just feels like you weren't there for her, probably based on what you're saying.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It feels, yeah, I don't know. I'm very indifferent about it. I feel like I've been a very good friend to her. And
you're indifferent because you feel betrayed, or you're indifferent because it's a defensive mechanism in order not to care about somebody you're caring about?
Yeah, I think like I care about her a lot. And like I think I'm more indifferent because I'm like, oh, like that just, you
Like
just like threw away our entire friendship for something that you won't even explain to me how you feel. And like, I get it. Like some people need time to like, breathe for a second. And I told her that. I said like, I want to give you your space. When you're ready to talk, if you are ever ready to talk, then like, let's talk. Like, I want to have a conversation. I like to understand what people are thinking and how they were thinking in that moment. I'm not going to but I want people to explain themselves. Like, I think that I deserve some sort of explanation, but if that's how she wants it to be, then that's what it is. And like, I'm just going to have to accept that. So,
okay.
Yeah. I don't know if that makes
sense. No, it sounds reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, we'll see where it ends up, but
keep me posted.
I will. I'll have to.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate your honesty and openness. You did great.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
It was so great being here, and I thank you guys for just engaging and asking me the hard questions, because I love the hard questions. I loved it. I had a great time. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.